Unboxing of a new product that we've got. It's called the Waydoo Flyer. It's an e-foil. It's fairly new on the market. It's not as expensive as a lift. In fact, it's about half the price of a lift. So let's get going. Real hard foam. This is the budget entry version, but it does have some advantages. It is less than half the weight of the Premier board, which is made from Kevlar. So this board weighs about 6 or 7 kilos in total. First things I'm thinking is, if you fall off and you land on the board, I would probably rather be landing on this than a hard Kevlar board. I'm also thinking, if I'm going to be smashing into pontoons and stuff, which I'm hoping I'm not, but if I do, I would rather be using this board than the Kevlar one. And I would definitely be less precious about this than I would of a nice shiny black Kevlar one. So there we go, there is the board. Let's go on to the next bit. And this is the expensive part of any e-foil or any electric product these days. This is the battery. That is literally the heart, the motor of the product. Yeah, probably about 2,000 quid worth of lithium just sat there. So dropping the battery in is a piece of cake. You literally just pop it in and fold the little tangs over 180 degrees. As so, anybody that's wanting to buy one of these, we can have it to you next day. We generally have lots and lots of stock. And I've got a local company to us, really friendly, helpful guys on the Menai Strait. If you want to have some lessons, then they're happy to do them for you. The guys are called Rib Ride. Here we go. So this is the mast. It's made from aluminium and high impact plastic. It feels really substantial. There's some lovely sealing, top and bottom. Look like 316 grade stainless screws. Feel that motor. Oh yeah, clink, clink, clink. Don't know if you've ever noticed, but on a real high quality, strong, powerful motor, the magnets just really hold on to the iron core. So yeah, that's quite satisfying. Here is the mast then. So what we will do next is we'll turn the board over and we'll pop the mast home. Another real good advantage of the Waydoo over some of the others, it's just a single waterproof plug. When you put the mast in, it just goes home onto the terminals on the battery without having to push any bullet connectors in and stuff, as I've seen on some of the other ones. Make sure you get it the right way around. You don't want to be going backwards. Oh yeah, that was a nice solid thunk. Ooh, casters for the board. So if you've got to take it any distance, you can pull it rather than carry it, which for people who are not super strong, then that might be a real good advantage for them. So just finger tight on those. You don't need to winch it. That's just pushing down nicely the rubber seal so that everything's waterproof between the motor and the battery. Okay, so next we need a little bit of steerage and a bit of lift, and the lift comes from 2 fins that sit on the underside of the mast. So this is your nice big whale tail wing, and that's going to fit on the front of the board, just here. So when you've got them located, before you nip it, just give it a little wiggle so that everything just seats down nicely. And you don't want to get, again, you don't want to hang off these. This is carbon fibre, so it's very, very strong, but you don't want to be pulling the threads out of the leading edge of the motor, and you certainly don't want to be starting cracking any of the components. Make sure we've got the right screws, they look good to me. Make sure you've got no foreign bodies on the mating surface. So believe it or not, we're ready for the water. Now, a time check will probably tell us that's taken us maybe 6 or 7 minutes, and we've unboxed it in the same time. So I think that's quite a quick, easy thing to get together. Not too sure whether I'm looking forward to the next bit, but come back and see me when I've got my wetsuit on. Open cell wetsuits are great in the summer. Not so good in the winter when you've got to get them wet before you put them on. So here we go, we're going to connect to the Waydoo app next. So we first of all turn the remote control on with a long press, open up the app, and then click activate. As easy as that. It's a steep learning curve, but that's only my second time on an E-Foil, so I think with maybe another 20-30 minutes practice I might not look like an absolute moron. But yeah, first impressions are it's very, very stable. It's a bigger board than the last one that I was on, which I think was a lift board. Which made it much easier for me to get up and on the plane. There are 24 speed settings on this, which means I found speed number 15 was just about perfect for me to get up but not be going too fast. So you can literally, you can bury the throttle and have it, you don't have to concentrate on fingering the throttle backwards and forwards, up and down to keep the speed right. You can just bury the throttle and you know that you're at the right speed for you to be able to get up on the plane and then up on foil. When it was up on the foil, it was really smooth, easy. It's literally like you're flying. It's so cool. It's such a cool feeling. Can't really describe it in words, but it is just like you're flying. Especially if you're not looking at the board and you're looking out ahead. On a day like this, there's almost no difference between the sky and the water. So yeah, I feel like a bird. It's a cool thing. I'm going to practice a little bit more, and what I might do is see if I can rope the cameraman into having a go, because he's a really, really good E-foiler. Thanks for watching.